Oh, I'm on. Hey guys, I just wanted to get on and talk to y'all for a minute about my story. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Donna Rainey, Premier Level 5 from Kinston, North Carolina. Please excuse my appearance. I've heard so many of you say that, but here's what I want to say. Who cares what we look like? You know, who cares what size we are? Who cares if our makeup works? Who cares if we have 11s? Who cares if we have sun poison or swollen eyes? We are who we are, and that's what makes this business so beautiful, is that we can all work it no matter what we look like, no matter where we are in our life, no matter where we are in the world. I'm going to tell you, I'm a hairdresser. I was so against direct sales. I was like, no way am I going to be that Amway girl. There's another hairdresser in town and everybody knows that she sells Arbonne, and it's like almost like a stigma. So I did not want that. But my friend Michelle Seagrave, she, I knew her. We were in Bunko together and we were friends, but we were not close by any means. But I reached out to her when she went through her divorce, and that kind of gave us a little connection. But then, since then, when she came to me with Rodan & Fields, and I said no like 2, 3, maybe even 4 times, we have become the best of friends, and I cannot imagine my life without her. And I think Rodan & Fields for that, because without Rodan & Fields we wouldn't have had that same connection. But anyway, so I will tell you that she insisted that I do it, and I insisted that I didn't. But I remember she bought my kit, y'all. She did. And yes, I paid her directly back because I have too much pride to not. So it was like, I guess about 3 weeks into me having my kit, she messaged me and she was like, Donna, what are you out of? Like, what do you need out of your regimen? And I was like, I haven't even opened it. And she was like, oh my God, open the damn box and wash your damn face. And so I was like, yes, ma'am. And then I did. And honestly, I can tell you, I had no idea how great my skin could feel, because I'd always been a bar soap girl. So from that moment, I allowed her to have a BBL for me, even though I knew it was the summer. It was a bad time because everybody that I had invited had a beach home and they all lived at the beach. But I didn't know to not invite just my warm market. I invited just people close to me that I thought had money, that I thought might be interested. So nobody showed up. And then I had another one and nobody showed up. But she had the notion to invite her neighborhood over to her house because she didn't know them. She had lived there a few years, but she was a single mom and she didn't know her neighbors. So she invited them over and said, hey, come in like to a meet and greet, and let me tell you a little bit about what I do. Honey, no matter what angle I put at this, you're just going to see how big and atrocious I look, so sorry. But anyway, so I think I got 2 or 3 PCs from that, who all but one are still my PCs. And then I had a friend who said, hey, I love Rodan & Fields. I'm not a PC, but I would love to invite some friends over and give you the business. And so I asked Michelle to come over and talk, and she did. And from that, it was right when Acute Care was launching. When I put in 12 orders, y'all, 12 PC orders for people that wanted they wanted their wrinkles done, I was like, oh my God, this is like the best adrenaline rush ever. I mean, this is like epic. So from there, I stemmed my business. I always wanted to be at the top of the leaderboard. Michelle was she started in April, I started in June. So like she wasn't at a point yet that she could help me that much. So I reached out to well, actually, my upline, Courtney, reached out to me and helped guide me to making my business. So then that would allow Michelle and I to strategize together. And we've both grown so well personally and business-wise through that. So I'm very grateful for Courtney. And I know this is long, but just bear with me. So anyway, through the last 3 years, okay, so I didn't sign my first business partner until that November. Now, I signed up in June, but I didn't sign my first business partner until that November. From November to March, I brought on 8 more people. And I mean, I brought on a lot more people, but in February of that year, I brought on 8 in the same month. I hit level 5 in March, and then I hit Premier the next March. But you know what happened in between that? My sweet girl Sonia, she hit Premier before me in February. And while that was like a sting to me, it was also an eye-opener that, oh my gosh, step your game up, Donna. So I did, and I got over my fears, and I kept going, and I've still kept going, and I have not promoted since. And I'm not embarrassed of that, because life happens as it does. And, you know, there are some people that run like they are about to win the 5K, and then there are those of us that sprint. And that's okay. That is okay. But I'll tell you, I've never really had a why, because I've always loved my career. I'm a hairdresser. I'm a successful hairdresser. I made big fish in a small pond. But over the last 3 years, it's kind of wavered, because I have put so much stock into Rooted in Fields. I've kind of like been able to say no with my career. But guess what, y'all? Now I have a big why. My husband and I, after 17 and a half years of marriage, 20 years together, I'm 45, I've loved him since I was 19, we have decided to separate. So I've always said I never had a why that made me cry, but I do now. So my drive just got a lot bigger. Over the last 11 days, it's been hell, pure hell. And I'm okay with that, because I know I'm going to be stronger after it's over. It's just really hard to say goodbye, because I'm not one that does that. I'm always one that forgives and just, you know, loves and whatever. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying to you is, no matter what is happening in your life, make your business a priority. There are days that I don't want to get up, but I have to. There are days I don't want to go to work, but I have to. There are days that I don't want to reach out to anybody. I don't feel like talking to anybody. I don't want to send them some cute little message that entices them into talking to me, but I have to. Because I know that this is the vehicle to surpass all other that I have had afforded to me in my life. And I know that there are just some things that you just have to do. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how much you don't want to, no matter how bad your day is, this is a great gift. And the fact of the matter is unless you share it, it's just that. It's just a box in a pretty present form. So, put your bootstraps on. God knows, put on some makeup. For heaven's sakes, a darker shade of lipstick, perhaps. And let your light shine. Because God has a bigger plan. And you are not in this business for no reason. There is a reason why you signed up for this class. There's a reason why you said, you know what? I can do this. And I'm here to tell you that yes, you can. No matter what size you are, no matter how pretty or not your skin is, no matter how you have great hair, you have a great family life, you have a great career, whatever, it does not matter. This business is for anybody. However, it's not for everybody. But if you signed up for this class, then that means that it is for you. And you were born to be a leader. And I am here to lock arms with you and help you go to that finish line. Hey, let's travel the world together. Wouldn't that be fun? God knows I've been in places that I could have never dreamed of or imagined since my journey started 3 years ago. And I want to celebrate that with y'all. So let's do this, okay? That's my story.